Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the live is one in the six. Fit the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Fundora TOPS Tim. There was a lot I didn't see coming in this match. First of all, the card was entertaining, but that's something I'm going to review on my live stream. Don't miss it. But this is about the main event: Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. I initially picked Tim Tszyu to win this fight. Tim Tszyu is doing everything correct as far as his career is concerned. He already has the backing of his entire country, and he's fighting in America. So the American audience gets a look at him. He's very game. He likes a war. He likes to fight, and I give him that credit. My opinion about this fight: I picked Tim to win because I didn't know. I believe Fundora's style played into Tim, but surprise, style, right? My biggest pet peeve about Sebastian Fundora was him not using a jab at 6'7" with like an infinity reach at 154. It drove me crazy that this young phenom would not use a jab. Well, guess what he did tonight? Guess what he did? He used the jab. He used the jab. And I'm going to tell you something else. Although he has a knockout loss, he got hit with a good shot. Outside of that, he has a pretty good chin because Tim was hitting him in a lot of spots. He was hitting him. Now, what happened early in the fight, Tim was moving in on the inside in a crouched position. Well, you know, he wasn't crouched too low because Fundora's like 6'7", and Fundora put his guard up, and Tim headbutted his elbow. Had a nasty cut that would not stop bleeding, a deep gash. That's stitches. And could it have altered the outcome of the fight? I mean, popular belief would say yes. But the flip side is, I think Fundora had a broken nose. He may or may not, because his nose got busted. It wouldn't stop bleeding. So touche. There were no knockdowns, but Tim was throwing heat. And Sebastian, listen, man, this is what he was supposed to do. Use that jab. Use that jab. If he fought on the inside, Tim was gonna knock him out, and that's why I picked Tim to win this fight. But surprise, surprise, this young man, every time Tim did rock his head back, which he did, he remained focused. I like that in these young fighters. I like seeing that. He didn't panic. He didn't try to get the hit back as soon as he got hit. He was completely professional. Was it perfect? No. But it's a work in progress, and I like to see this from a fighter coming off of a KO loss. I like to see that. He pumped that jab all night long. He didn't revert to who he's used to being. Well, almost late in the fight. But he got back to basics. That was, excellent corner work from when I didn't unmute the TV to listen to what was being said. That was pretty good corner work. And it was good corner work from Tim Tszyu's camp. It's the best you can do. The kid is 6'7". What are you gonna do? And he decided to use his jab. It was a pretty good fight, man. It was a pretty good fight. Now, y'all see Bud sitting back there peeking, right? The popular belief was Tim, if he won this fight, which he was favored to win, Tim was going to fight Errol Spence. Why? Because I guess he sells more, he's worth more. Again, that's something else. That's for another show. But I'm gonna say this. Tim was favored to win, and he was gonna pick Errol instead of picking Bud. And Bud was a more deserving fighter by way of the rankings and the statistics. But again, that's for something else. And then Fundora wins, and Errol's in the ring, and I guess he challenged Fundora. Nothing's etched in stone. They exchanged some words, no beef. But again, the same rules applies. I don't know if there's a rematch clause. It didn't sound like it. Fundora is a unified champion, and salute to him and his sister. From what I understand, they are the first brother and sister duo to be champions at the same time. So that's something historic. Salute to the Fundoras, man. That's nothing to sneeze at. They're in the record books for that. Proud of for that, Sebastian Fundora. He fought a pretty good fight, man. What does he do next? Unified champion. Wow. I mean, he could fight Errol. Errol was there, or he could fight Bud. Again, that's for another show. But to stick to the topic, this was a fun fight to watch. Eventually, these guys are going to run it back. Eventually. Who would I pick in that fight? I think if Fundora fights the same fight, pumping the jab, I think he has enough inside game to keep Tim honest. I think we'll get the same outcome. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But Tim did the best he can do. But salute to him for fighting through that cut, man. That cut was nasty. It didn't stop. Man, by the time round 2 was over, it looked like it was round 50. You understand? But they stuck it out. The doctors was very lenient. The ref was very lenient, man. And I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not mad at it. Salute to both of them. They're safe. But Sebastian is now unified champion, man. So this kind of shakes things up, man. I'm interested to see what happens next. Yeah. I like that jab, Sebastian. If you can do that, you will be a problem. Forget that inside fighting stuff, man. We know you can do it. Use your physical attributes. Work that jab. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you, Sebastian. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.
Move!